My name's Hayden.
And we received quite a bit of attention from our Superman 2025 review. And we decided to do our due diligence and watch Man of Steel. We received lots of, let's say, opinionated comments about
people debating about it and then our comments.
Yeah. And I was open to this movie swaying me, and
I massive nostalgia goggles. I was like, yeah, it'll probably be like a 7. I honestly, I remember liking it a lot as a kid. I'm like,
exactly.
Man, I'm excited to watch it again. I was really excited going into this movie.
And so let's start with rankings like we always do.
All right, I'm gonna let you go first.
Okay.
I feel like I always go first.
Out of 10, I'm gonna give it a 5. Or no, a 6. I'm gonna give it a 6.
I'm giving it a 4.
Oh my god.
I'm giving it a 4.
A 4?
A strong 4.
Okay. Wow.
That was the worst movie I've seen in a long time.
Oh, that's crazy.
I going into it, I was like, I think it might not be the most amazing Superman movie, but I was like, okay, this it'll be a fun movie, it'll be an enjoyable watch, and obviously there's things I don't like about it. I was never invested once. Literally that scene. I think the only scene that I got a little emotional, was the scene of Pa.
Yeah.
Of Pa, being like.
Yeah.
Even though I hate that scene, I think we'll get into that. But that was the only scene where I was a little bit invested.
Yeah. Same. For me, the reason I have it as a 6, 5 means that it's watchable. 6, I think there is some very good cinematography, and I think there is at the beginning I thought this is a cool movie with the sci-fi elements and everything. I was like, this could be a really, really cool movie. But what takes it down so much for me is there's glaring problems with the CGI.
Yeah.
And it seems like they tried to just make this big sci-fi film and put Superman into it, instead of actually trying to take Superman and make a movie based on him. It just that's not what they did, and I was very disappointed. And every single time that I was like, I understand they're taking a different perspective on the character and whatever. They would say something, and then the next thing they would do completely.
A few times.
Just completely contradicted what they just said, and I was like, no, that doesn't make any sense.
Okay, I want to start with the cinematography and I think the cinematography is decent. The grayness of everything does not play well to this type of movie.
I agree.
I was not wow, that's a really cool scene, at all.
Yeah.
I don't think I was ever.
I think the scene that makes me say, okay, the cinematography in this is good, is the first flight scene. When his fist is on the ground and that's cool. That's a really cool concept to put into him flying and everything.
Yeah.
But I agree. The colors on this was just absolutely atrocious.
I just everything in this movie is so counter who Superman is.
Very much.
And I think that as we dig into it a little bit, I think we'll see that. So number 1, cinematography, good. the colors just I feel like the colors ruin that for me.
See,
because of how bad the colors are,
Yeah.
I just don't care about the cinematography.
And I think that's because we just came off of watching Superman 2025, and the colors were so vibrant. Because I mean, you look at a lot of MCU movies, and they're pretty gray. Not quite as gray as this, but they're pretty gray.
I think I think I disagree a little bit, because you look at a movie like The Batman, that is a very dark movie, but the colors are so cool.
That's very true.
They are so cool. They do it so well.
Yeah, they do like so dark that when color is implemented into it, it just pops onto the screen, and you're like, I'm dialed in and focused. Because,
and I think that's why gray is just like it explains this movie so well, because there's nothing that pops out.
No, exactly.
Not even Superman's suit.
No,
like,
which is a cool suit.
It is. It very much is. I think that is the strongest part of this movie. The suit is very cool.
Yeah, but like I said this while we were watching it, if it was a suit that was not for Superman, I would think it's one of the coolest suits ever. But because they made it for Superman, I just was like, it's cool. It doesn't really have anything else going for it.
Well, I mean, okay, I think the suit is awesome, but I think like the way he got the suit, like I guess like I don't like. Is that like a Superman thing? Like,
I don't know actually. That was one thing like that. As we were watching, was like, man, I kind of want to dig into it a little bit more, see how he gets his suit, because I think there are iterations where he gets his suit from his basically what would be called the Fortress of Solitude. He gets it there, but also there are some iterations where he makes it himself, and so stuff like that. And it's the suit was cool, but to me it didn't like bump the movie up the way Andrew Garfield Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit bumps that movie up. And so it didn't do that for me. I think Henry Cavill is a great actor. He was just given an awful script.
This script actually made me want to crash out so many times. Like, how is Christopher Nolan on this story, bro? I am a Christopher Nolan stan. How is he on this story? Like, there were so many times where I literally rolled my eyes because the line was so bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what was the one line he said? This man is not our enemy, or something. Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
And goodness.
Okay, so let's see. Where do we want to start with specific points? With you have something written down. Do you wanna...
Okay, I have a lot of like, this is not Superman stuff. Okay. So let's wait a little bit and we'll get there.
Okay.
But okay, I wanna keep going on this script.
Yeah.
Like, what are they doing, bro? Okay.
Bro's about to crash out.
Like, there is a lot of like mid to like big name actors in this movie. Henry Cavill, he was kind of made by this movie a little bit.
Yeah.
But like okay, I compare it to Revenge of the Sith. I don't think those people are bad actors. That's the script of Revenge of the Sith. Like, the dialogue was just really bad.
Yeah.
I think Revenge of the Sith is my favorite. I think the plot is the best.
Yeah.
But the dialogue is rough sometimes.
Yeah. Exactly.
And that is exactly what is wrong with Man of Steel.
Yeah.
The dialogue is so bad.
It's so bad. Like, and it's not redeemed by its plot.
No, not at all.
Because there are so many times in the plot, like I said, where a character's like a character would say, "This is what I stand for," and then like the next scene he's saying something that's just not what he stands for anymore. There's so many cycles like that you see, and then there's just so many scenes of like Superman didn't learn what it meant to be human.
Yeah.
it says he did, but he didn't.
Okay. I want to watch the Zack Snyder cut of the Justice League. I've never seen it either.
Really? Oh.
Like, and because I need to form my opinion on Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
Like, oh my goodness.
Well, okay.
What did he do to this movie, bro?
Well, then, because we need to watch Batman v Superman.
Yes.
And then we can watch Snyder Cut.
Yes.
Because I think Snyder Cut is decent. Yeah. It's very long.
That low-key might have to be a two
episode.
Yeah. No, like a 2 sit down. Like I don't think I'm getting through that.
Yeah, no way. Okay. It's like 4 hours long.
If it is as of a grudge to get through as Man of Steel, I don't know if I'm finishing it. I don't know if I'm finishing it, to be honest.
I mean, if you guys want it, we will do it.
Hey, I'll do it. Watch it.
We make this appeal now. If you guys want this, we will go through all of the Snyderverse.
I'm down for that. Just trash on him some more. Okay, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna form my opinion before I see those movies. And you can attest to this. I was very excited going into Man of Steel.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was like, man, like I'm really excited for this. Like I remember really liking this movie. my prediction was like it'll probably be like a 7. Like I think I'll enjoy the movie, but I think like the problems that like we've already shared will come through, and like that I think that'll be my score, but no. No.
Okay. This is kind of a question that I had. I saw this question on the Escape Pod podcast. Mm-hmm. Shout out, we love them. If this was like marketed as a like Elseworlds or like a in a different universe kind of thing, do you think you would have liked it more, like the concept of it more? Or is it they're trying to do things too close to Spider-Man or Superman that
it feels like the themes are clashing. Like those themes of like hope and like him wanting to save everyone are clashing towards his actions.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
Like I wrote a bunch of stuff down, but like he does so many things that are just against who Superman is.
Yeah, exactly.
I just and I think like it was like every single time that happened, it was another nail in the coffin for me, where I just got brought out of the movie more and more.
Yeah.
And like by the end, the last 20 minutes, I was clowning on it left and right. I was like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. And that's the problem with it. And that's what I keep saying is like, they say they stand for something, and then the actions just completely clash against that. And that's where I kind of like, my opinion was like, I don't think you could market this as an Elseworlds.
Well, because my thought was like, take Superman out, put anybody else in, and
it's a better movie.
Maybe it's probably going up 2 points.
Yeah, exactly.
It's still not great if we're still having the same script, the same dialogue problems. It's probably a 6 or 7. But with it being Superman in there, it like, and I think and I don't think that is completely because of my preconceived notions of Superman, who I think Superman is. Mm-hmm. I like I said, I think the themes clash.
Yeah.
Superman is saying he's trying to be one thing, and then the plot and like his actions are just something completely different.
Yeah.
Like I think the first it was like an hour into the movie, things were finally starting to happen, and it was like 20 minutes in, Superman steals clothes.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Superman is not stealing clothes.
No.
I promise.
No, he's not. And this is where like I think some of the argumentation will be like, well, he's like, especially if we try and compare it to this new movie that came out. Like this Superman is like already 3 years into his into being Superman, and this one is like,
but this
just
Superman,
figuring out who his.
But this Superman
are.
Is like probably like 10 years older.
Yeah,
he's 33.
Yeah, he's 33,
and he's just starting to be Superman. Yeah. Like, what is that?
See, and to me, that's where so much of the plot like fell out underneath was this whole idea of you have to wait to be Superman.
Like, and I don't see the motivation of that. Like the world's not ready yet.
Yeah, exactly. Like, especially because like you think the world's going to be ready in 5-10 years.
Yeah,
that's not the way humanity works.
Yeah,
and so that's where it's like it just didn't make sense to me that motivation of you're not ready yet, the world's not ready yet.
Yeah.
And it's like, when will they ever be ready for an alien to say that he's been among them?
Yeah. And like, and they try to show that with the bus scene where like he saves the bus and a few of them see him and then the mom brings his son.
Yeah.
But like the son was like cool about it.
Yeah. And we see later in the movie, which we can get back to the structure of this movie. Oh my gosh. But later in the movie, we see like, you know, he's getting bullied by these other kids, and the kid that was bullying him earlier that he saved in the bus, is the one who like helped him get up and was like being nice to him. Yeah. And it's like that counteracts the entire theme of saying the world's not ready for you yet.
Yeah.
Because this kid is literally saying he's accepting.
Like he's literally ready. He knows who this kid is.
Yeah.
Like he saved him from the water.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. And that's the problem with this is they try to take Superman and say, you know, and especially with our preconceived notions of who he is. Like, he is supposed to be the symbol of hope. That's what I continually said over and over throughout this movie.
Yeah.
How can he be their symbol of hope?
Like, I think, like, this Superman is, like, I feel like it's, like, a Superman from the comics put into this, like, random world, and it just doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
Like, they're trying to make this Superman, you know, the hopeful, like I want to save everybody. Like I want to be the symbol of hope, but it just like we keep saying, it just does not work.
Mm-mm. So, do we want to move next towards more of the like where we saw the moments this is just not a Superman movie?
Yeah, I think.
Okay. Or do we want to move towards the story structure for a second?
I think we're on Superman. Let's just go through these a little bit. I'm gonna name these off and then we can talk about it. The scene at the beginning where the guy at the bar like assaults the girl, and then he goes up, tries to be all stoic and like that part was great. Like, you know, like he was being the bigger person, he walked away. And then he walks outside and all those electric poles are in his truck. What?
That is no.
What is that? There's no. You might as well just have punched him. Yeah. I would have rather you just beat this guy to a bloody pulp than do that.
Yeah.
Like, that's just petty.
It's so petty. And it's like that ruins his livelihood because he's delivering stuff with this truck.
Right.
So he's impacted this person and this business and his livelihood. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, that is not someone who can be like, that's going to be like, I'm going to do the
symbol of hope.
Yeah. Or it's like, I'm going to do right even when people don't see what I'm doing. Yeah. And it's like, that's not who you are. That's not your character.
Yeah.
So you cannot be this symbol of hope.
And then we see when he finally starts, you know, all the action finally starts. The first bit of damage that happens in the movie, he takes Zod and slams him straight through that silo, tearing it down, and then he goes right into a gas station.
Yep.
Okay, so first of all, everybody that is like, oh, all the damage is done by the bad guys.
No.
Bro, Superman literally started it.
Yeah, he did start it because he started the like throwing them into the and it's Kansas. Why did you have to throw them into a city?
There's literally so much open. There's so much open field. Yeah. Literally, don't go this way. Go this way, and you would have been fine.
Exactly. And I think that's where this story, that's where the pitfalls are, is because they wanted so hard to make it cool.
Yeah.
That you can't have a fight in the middle of Kansas with nothing there. Mm-hmm. It's not as interactive and, you know, all this stuff.
Okay, but here's the thing. I think the coolest part of the movie was the fist fight between Superman and Zod. Like, I felt like it was very comic booky. Like the impacts were very cool, and I think that was my favorite part. Now the ending where he was like, "You don't have to do this." I was like, all right. Again, the script is just so bad. Like, I thought that fight was very cool. So like, they didn't have to do this whole destroying everything. Yeah. Like, do that more.
Exactly. And then I don't know if you have it written down, but the scene at the end, like he again throws Zod through a building.
Yeah. Well, that happens a lot.
Yeah.
Like I think the most glaring part was at the end, like the 2 hour mark or so, when Zod throws that LexCorp gas van or truck at him, and he just like flies over and it just blows up that building. Like, what?
Yeah, no. And so much we see in Superman 2025, like we saw him specifically make sure nothing hit the buildings. And, they'll be like, oh, there wasn't anyone as strong as Zod that he was fighting or whatever. It's like the Hammer of Boravia is literally a Superman clone who was made to be stronger than
it's
Superman.
Literally him.
And the only damage he caused was on the ground. Not a single person died.
Mm-hmm. Well, so I think it's like, I think of Spider-Man. I think it's in one of the Spider-Man movies. I cannot remember, but like Peter is confronted by, the damage that he did. Is it Spider-Man? What is that? Am I just putting that?
Confronted the damage.
I remember this scene where like, okay, maybe it wasn't Spider-Man. I just cannot remember what that is. But like, it was this scene where it was just in a superhero movie where like the like mentor guy was like, do you know how much damage you did? Like how many like lives you killed to stop this one person? And it was like, there was none of that in this movie. Like there was no, and like the scene where like they were shooting, the government was like shooting the missiles, and like the like gravity ray was like messing it up. The scientists couldn't see that coming. Like, be so honest with me.
They predicted so many other things in this movie,
but they couldn't predict that.
And my thing was like when they were in the little town in Kansas, they just decided to open fire with citizens still in the town.
Yep.
Like, what?
Yep.
No. And that's just so much of this movie is we're going to sacrifice actual realism for the sake of like having sick explosions.
I think we're gonna sacrifice an actual interesting plot to having these like cool action moments.
Yeah, exactly. And one of our friends, he's like, I like this movie because it's epic.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there are epic moments, but they're just so undercut by the glaring problems of it's not Spider-Man or Superman. I don't know why I keep saying that.
Shout out to Ashton. He's our biggest supporter.
Yes, sir. And so it's just like, I just don't see it. I can see the epicness, and that's why why I gave it a 6, because I think those moments that are epic are cool, but the rest of the movie, I'm just groaning in the pain because it's so bad.
I think I am learning something about myself. Like, I don't really like a lot of the like Godzilla verse movies because it's all just action. There's no reason for me to care about any of these characters. Mm-hmm. Same thing with Transformers. Like I can sit down and enjoy a Transformers movie way more than that.
Yeah.
But still, like, I am not invested very much because like I don't really care about a lot of these characters. Mm-hmm. Like the first Transformers movie builds the characters a little, but like, I mean, as it goes on, like I just don't care. And like, and I think I know you love Transformers. You love Transformers. But again, like I've been saying, like I think I just don't like shonen anime because that's all it is.
Yeah.
Like I need to care about these characters before I ever care about and like think something is epic with like action or whatever. And like and I think this movie embodies that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
and I think that's exactly why we loved Superman 2025 so much, because, and this might be so like a little bit of the problem some people have, where it's like when we are introduced to this world, it's already lived in. There's already so many things. We don't get an origin story to pretty much anybody. But
okay, I think that's great.
I agree.
Because we've been getting so many origin stories, and like we didn't need to know we found out, okay, Superman was sent from another planet by his birth parents.
Yeah.
And then he was adopted by these people, and they're his actual parents.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, that's all we need to know. We don't need to know. We don't need a 20-minute prologue to show us the death of this planet that there's no reason for me to care about it.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
It does not build anything for the character of Superman.
Exactly. And that's, I think this kind of goes into like the structure of Man of Steel, the cutting between his past and the present and everything. I did not connect with the story they were trying to tell through while he was younger. Like, I did not think Pa Kent was a good person whenever I watched this.
No, absolutely not. Like, that was one of the things that I wrote down. Pa Kent, like, saying that he would not have been mad if Clark let that bus of kids die is insane.
It literally insane.
And immediately, like again, like, just not Superman. Like Pa Kent in Superman 2025, dude, is just like, I was so emotional at that scene. And like, Pa Kent loves Clark Kent in that movie.
Exactly.
And like, is so proud of him. His parents are so proud of what he's doing.
Yeah, exactly. And and maybe part of that is there's not this big stigma against metahumans in Superman 2025 because they had already been introduced and everything.
That's fair. And I think a point to that is like the history. We know the metahumans in Superman 2025 date back to the Golden Age, to the Silver Age. Yeah, exactly. They've existed for so long.
Yeah, exactly. And so I think that's, we have to take that into consideration. But that is the whole ideal that Ma and Pa Kent raise Clark in, is like, no matter what, you do what is right. Mm-hmm. And letting a person die because your identity will not be accepted is just not the right thing.
I just do not think so.
It's so selfish.
Yeah.
And maybe you can say that's the point, but with the amount of Christological themes that he tried to put into this movie,
with this Superman especially, it's like, what?
Yeah, it just didn't make sense. Like,
well, and it was pretty obvious. Like, his dad literally saying, "You can save everyone," and then him, like, he punched the wall and then he went, like, bro, be so for real.
Oh my gosh! And then like his age, 33, like.
I did not realize that. I did not realize that.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Like, he tried to tie these themes into it, trying to make him this godlike figure that Jesus claimed to be, and it just didn't work because, like we keep saying, his actions did not reflect what he said he believed in. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it just was. I just felt so let down. Like, I was like, this is not the Superman that I want to influence my life.
No, exactly. No, okay, I think that is what is so cool about Superman 2025. Is like, I've seen so many memes that it's like in my hope arc now. Like,
yeah, like, exactly.
I saw one today that I was like, in my Man of God arc, and it was like it was the Superman song with Superman like I was like, dude, this is so cool. Like, and it's
we compare this to Superman 2025. The scene where he does not like Krypto. He's a bad dog.
Yeah,
and he's like,
yeah,
but he says, but he's out there alone, and I know that I can save him.
I know people are trashing on Superman 2025, like, oh, like the amount of times I've heard the word gay to like explain this movie basically is insane.
Yeah.
Like I relate with, like, Superman 2025 has this value of life, of every life. We see that with him saving the squirrel, saving the multiple dogs, being anxious about Krypto being out there, like,
and willing to be captured by the government to go save him.
Yeah. And like I relate so much with that. It's like, yeah, I understand, like, maybe
we didn't have the like him taking the hits and like him just standing there and like not being hurt by it. But that's not what Superman's supposed to be. Like we pointed out when we were doing our Superman 2025 review, like whenever he, like every single time that he like caught a building or caught something from crushing something, he always let it fall on him because he's mitigating damage.
Such a cool like, like, how James Gunn showed, like how he showed what he says was put into his actions every time in Superman 2025.
Exactly. And you can, and I know that so much of this like dislike for Superman 2025 is political. And like specifically on the Republican side and like all this stuff, and it's just like why is that?
I just
what
did
we're
not
doing?
feel that at all.
No.
Like
this is a movie about an alien who's a superhero.
There's nothing real about this.
No.
Like, and I understand they can push agendas in movies like this and stuff, but like it just felt like everything was true to the story he was trying to tell.
Exactly. And if it is something that inspires hope and goodness in people, then
yes,
I think it's done its job.
Like, there's nothing inspiring about Man of Steel.
No.
Like,
in fact, it's just this like hypocritical and just showing the lowness of humans. And it's like, no, we want something that inspires us to be better.
It is just so much more fun to watch a movie that like just puts the hugest smile on your face.
Exactly.
Like, I sent you this thing on Instagram today. But it was a video of the co-composer of Superman 2025. His son was in a chair right next to him. His son was like 5, and it was Look Up. And his son had this Superman toy, like, as his dad was like, I was like, that is so cool.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like, there's just nothing like that with Man of Steel. Like, I don't know. I loved that so much.
Yeah. And the whole argument for like this is a realistic take on the character is just like,
why does that have to be the realistic take on the character?
Exactly.
Why can't the hopeful, like, idealistic version of Superman be the
exactly
in a piece of fiction?
Yeah, exactly.
Like we can be idealistic in fiction. Like, and I think there's a place to, show realistic takes and all that, but I just don't think Man of Steel is that at all.
No, it shouldn't have been. Like,
yeah, right.
There's so many places where there, and I don't know. There's just so many points in the movie where they didn't commit or develop somebody, and so like when it came to this, like, we're gonna tell a commentary on what's going on at the time. It's just I just felt bored and just like this. I don't care about this.
Like it just
one of the biggest things was like the relationship between Lois and Superman was terrible.
Zero chemistry.
Yeah, zero chemistry. The way they developed it made no sense at all.
Like they had literally like been in each other's presence for like maybe 2 hours by the end of the movie.
Yeah, and our time, all we saw
was like 10, not even like maybe 7 minutes. Like we did not like it was not earned for us at all.
No, when they kissed, I was like,
yeah, I literally did not
don't care.
And okay, again, contrasting this with Superman 2025.
Oh my gosh!
From that scene where they're just like in the middle of this field and then they just like kiss and like it's the most awkward thing ever, to like it was so like at the ending he beats the Superman clone, he beats Lex, and then like Superman is like, Lois, would you like an interview? And they're like, yes, let's go back here. And then they're like them flying and kissing. I'm like, that's just so much. David Cornsweet is so much more charismatic than Henry Cavill is. This Henry Cavill is like one of the most charismatic people I know. What in the world? Oh, I guess I don't know who he is. I don't know him, but like I like him. One of the most charismatic actors like ever.
Yeah.
And like, what did this script do to him, bro?
Yeah. Like, and I understand, like he was pretty new,
which is fair.
But I like there are moments when I'm like, that's really good acting.
Yeah,
like the last scene after he kills Zod, I was like, man, the emotion he's able to display on his face, and again, that is amazing acting and an amazing scene in isolation from everything else.
Yes.
But it's undercut by what comes before it.
Like
he's so mad about Zod being killed, but doesn't care.
Is that okay? Is that what he's like screaming about? He's like, oh, I had to kill Zod.
Yeah.
When like at least like 30,000 people just died.
For real.
Like.
Yeah.
Like, what are you screaming about, bro?
Yeah.
Like, and I think again, like that's like I think there's some really good actors in here that do the best they can with a lot of these, but like. Goodness gracious, that was a terrible script.
Yeah.
Like, and I just did not realize how bad it was.
Because, like, here's something that they could have done. We have that scene at the end with Zod being, where he has to kill Zod. If throughout the rest of the movie, we see him attempting to save other people.
I think we did once.
Besides his mom and Lois, there is not like there's one person where we actually see him save somebody.
Random person he doesn't have a connection to.
Exactly, and it's like if we saw attempts to save someone and him actually saving people and like mitigating damage and like all this stuff, that scene would have been so much more impactful because it's like you feel the weight of, oh my gosh, he had to kill somebody with his own hand. But then it's like he throws Zod through buildings, and it's like he doesn't have the same kind of value for life. That
you do not see any sort of value for life in this. Like he is never affected by the destruction that is happening in Metropolis until the end when he kills Zod.
Yeah.
But
even then, it's not this destruction over Metropolis.
That's the one that I'm like, that's the dude that you should kill. And I understand that's a whole another conversation that we've gotten into, but he did a lot of damage. He killed a lot of people, and he wasn't gonna stop until.
No, exactly, and that's the thing is that's where James Gunn said in an interview, like he does think that with the right motivation and the right circumstance, Superman will kill. And we saw that with him chucking Ultraman into the black hole, which I'm convinced that's not the end. Not what.
That would be awesome.
Like seeing him come back would be cool. But we see that, and so even if he has this anguish over killing Zod, don't care because he's a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, we don't see him kill anybody except for Zod. Yeah. But it's like, we can tell these buildings are populated. You chuck Zod through a building. What the heck am I supposed to think?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's one thing. Is like people will say, like he should have just taken Zod somewhere else or whatever. And they're like, he couldn't have. Zod is just as strong as him, if not stronger. Blah blah blah. And it's like, okay, but how about you fight above the city?
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah. Okay, I think one of the last points I had was a lot of people are like, well, the score is so good in this movie and like that. And I absolutely adore Hans Zimmer. Like, one of my favorite scores of all time is the Kung Fu Panda 3 score. Yeah. He just went so crazy on that. Yeah. But like I said while we were watching the movie that like, yes, this is an amazing score. And it reminded me of Interstellar. But like it felt like it would have fit more in Interstellar or like literally any other sci-fi movie than this Superman movie.
Yeah.
Like it did not feel distinctly Superman.
I think the one score that really stuck out to me was the first flight scene. Like I was like, oh, that's cool. I really like the score. It's but like me and you both said today, we both went back and listened to the score for Superman 2025. I'm not gonna go back and listen to the score for Man of Steel. And it's like, and this is where like we're so confused. This should have been the recipe for like the greatest movie of all time.
Christopher Nolan, Hans Zimmer, like literally like probably my favorite two in those positions.
Yeah.
And like 4 out of 10.
Yeah. And I mean, even Zack Snyder, he's a great cinematographer.
Yeah.
Like that they had cool shots except for the color. But still, like even there should have been like, but I don't know. Everything did not connect. Everything was so disjointed, and I don't know. It was like they took two movies and tried to put them together.
I was just constantly like, there was moments where I was like, ooh, like this is cool, and then I was brought out, and then like there'd be a moment where I would start to be sucked back in, and then I would be brought out, and like it never captured me.
No, I agree, and you know, a lot of people will say like the CGI is really good.
Yeah, no. For real.
There were so many points where I was like, I didn't realize how bad the CGI is in this.
The one when they were in like the small town in Kansas, and the dude like punches Superman into the ground, and he like recoils. That was so bad.
It was
like it was like when he got punched, he turned into like some like plastic dude, and like and then he like went back. That was bad.
It was bad. And then all of the scenes with fire in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
not good.
Terrible.
Not good.
And I think the worst CGI was in the beginning when he was saving the people at the oil rig. It was
it was not the best. Yeah. Like it's not as glaring as like The Flash or anything like that. But like it's very noticeable.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's very noticeable.
And this had $25 million more than
in 2013.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
what
is that now?
Probably close to 75.
Yeah, probably.
And so it's like it's just you had that much more budget, but this goes back to what we're saying. He put so much money into those huge names for doing all this, and for the I mean, I don't even know where this money went, man. Yeah, I mean, like so much of it did go into CGI. It just did.
Obviously, yeah.
So much of it did. But then like we get to Superman 2025, like he didn't cast like the most well-known people. He cast David Cornsweet, who didn't have a big role. He had a role in Twisters before, but it wasn't huge. Yeah. He wasn't. one of the
he's had a few, like, he's had, like, a break, but nothing like this.
Yeah.
Like,
and then, so he cast him, and then the people that he all cast just had so much good chemistry.
Yeah, for real. And, like, there was just zero of that in this.
Yeah, exactly.
And in Man of Steel, like, oh my goodness.
Like,
go ahead.
The chemistry between Nicholas Hoult and David Cornsweet,
off the charts.
Yeah, exactly. And then, like, this to me is where, like, Lois and Superman, or Lewis and Clark in Superman 2025, their love story feels so earned.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, Lois is this person who's like, I don't really know, like, how to do relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I can do this with you. But we see continually her fighting to, like, protect Clark and like help him and all this stuff. And then by the end, she's like ready to just do this with Clark. And it feels so earned. The kiss felt so earned. And we sat through almost 2.5 hours of Man of Steel, and not once did their love story develop.
Yeah. And, like, I literally, when the like, I feel like the big climax of the movie was when he was, like, going up in that, like, gravity beam. And, like, that was the one moment where I said, I was, okay, I kind of like this. This song sticks out. It feels a little more Superman. Mm-hmm. But then immediately after that, I was like, I feel nothing. Like, I don't care.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. And we promised you guys, we went into this hoping to be swayed from low to high scores. Yeah. Like, that's what we were hoping.
Yeah.
I was ready to be like, I've heard the arguments for this. I think it'll be
too.
Like, I think I'll understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
Every time I'm just like, no.
Yeah.
No. Like, Pa Kent's whole thing of the world won't accept you is just the worst.
Like, I genuinely do not understand the reasoning behind it.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like it's void of any motivation.
Yeah. Except for you're an alien and you're the first superpowered being.
But, like, you have nothing to go off of.
Exactly.
Like, there was nothing except his intuition to go off of.
Yeah. And this is one complaint people have of Superman 2025 is, like, how are they going to implement Krypton into David Cornsweet's Superman? Because, I mean, that is a big part of who he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And, I hope they'll explore that with Supergirl.
Yeah. Yeah. Bro, I'm excited for Supergirl.
Yeah.
Like, learning about her backstory.
Yes.
Oh my
And apparently
goodness.
it's based off of one of the greatest comics of all time.
It is considered the best Supergirl run of all time.
That's crazy.
I'm so excited for it. I'm gonna order it tomorrow. I got paid.
Yes, sir.
So I'm gonna order it tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
That and All-Star Superman. I'm gonna read those, and
nice.
I'm so excited.
Yes.
So excited.
I think this is the thing, is like, I think Zack Snyder wanted to do Death of Superman. And so he created Man of Steel to be this, like, push into it. But he tried to do so many things in Batman v Superman and like, this movie carries on into Batman v Superman, and it's just terrible.
Yeah.
And, like we said, we want to revisit these movies.
I'm actually down to watch Batman v Superman, because that's one I have not seen in a long time, and I want to. I don't know. I just like I want to, like. Are all of these movies that bad? Like,
not all. Aquaman's really good.
Wonder Woman is so good.
Yes.
I've never seen either of the Aquaman movies.
Aquaman 1 is good. I didn't see Aquaman 2. And you see, and this is why, like, the way Man of Steel started everything off, like, it did not do what Superman 2025 is going to do for this DC.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
Man of Steel was starting off the DC universe, and it feels
many people
liked it, but
Superman 2025 feels so much like Iron Man from the MCU.
Yeah.
It's starting off so great.
Yeah, and exactly. And because of him having to start off this universe, there were a lot of parameters he had to put Superman into. But it worked. He made it work, and he still gave us an amazing story.
Very much so. Very much so. Well, I think we're at an hour.
Yeah, we're done.
We're done absolutely trashing on Man of Steel.
But we are very glad with the circumstances of being able to talk about this together, and we love the space that we get to have. And we're excited.
And even though, like, I think 90% of the comments on, especially because the most traction we've gotten has been on this last Superman episode. 90% of the comments have been like defending Man of Steel, and so it'll be interesting to see.
And that's where we were so ready to just be like, okay, maybe you guys are
awesome. Right. Like I'm glad this is a great movie, but like,
and then we watched it and we were just like, oh
man.
Yeah, it's another one of those movies that just, like, when it was made, 2 hours and 20 minutes was a long movie.
Yeah.
And I don't think I could sit through it again.
No, not for another 5 years. When I'm like, okay, I need to rethink my rating when I forget what happened in it inevitably.
Yeah. Okay.
The finale of Invincible season 3 is delayed till next week because we want to get this episode out.
Yes.
But we filmed that last week, so that'll be out next week.
Yep.
And then I guess we'll probably continue with Spider-Man, but I don't know.
We'll see. We're testing out to see what people like, where we're going.
Yeah.
Well, but yeah.
Awesome.
We'll see you guys in the next one.
Let's go.